At is rock. Now up to this point, the beats and fills you've learned can be used in rock music. Now here in this lesson, I want to talk a little bit about how rock music developed and what makes rock music so unique and some things to listen for. Just like Dave talked about in the theory section, it's important to know why behind what we are playing so we can have a better overall understanding of our job as a drummer. Rock music first developed in the late 1940s and early 1950s in the United States, primarily out of blues and country music. This style typically features vocals, electric guitar, bass guitar, drums, and often a piano or keyboard. The music is amplified, and it features repetitive song forms with verses, choruses, bridges, and a solo section. There are some exceptions like progressive rock, which you'll learn all about later on as well. In most rock songs, you'll almost always hear a catchy hook or riff as well. There are tons of different sub-styles or subgenres of rock, including hard rock, pop rock, surf rock, alternative rock, Latin rock, grunge, and many, many more. Now, while we won't be covering all of these subgenres throughout the Drumeo method, you will learn how to play these grooves and fills that will work in many styles of rock music. So what about the drumming? What makes it so special? Well, in rock, the bass drum and snare drum are the most important because they emphasize the pulse of the music. In most rock music, the snare drum is responsible for playing steady backbeats on 2 and 4, while the bass drum is responsible for following the rhythmic patterns played by the bass player. You'll learn about this more later on in different levels. When you play rock music on the drums, you'll most often be playing quarter, eighth, and 16th note grooves as well. Rock vocabulary is so important to learn, and this is one of the main reasons why new drummers should start learning rock beats and fills first, just like you have up until this point. It's also important to understand that different styles of rock share many similarities with one another. In fact, sometimes you may play the same beats and fills in many different styles of rock music. The instrumentation, how loud or quiet the music is, the feel, and so many other non-drum related things can dictate the style of music altogether. This is important to keep in mind as you start diving into new styles of music. Now, before we get started with some new rock vocabulary, your assignment is to go and listen to a few songs by 5 different rock bands. Now, I would recommend checking out The Who, Led Zeppelin, The Beatles, Pink Floyd, and one of my personal favorites, Rush. For some more modern rock bands, I would check out the Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Shinedown, Breaking Benjamin, and the Dave Matthews Band. Now, of course, there are thousands and thousands of other amazing rock bands out there, so go and explore and see what you can find, and be sure to leave a comment below this video with your rock suggestions for other drummers to check out as well. Once you've done that, I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll learn some essential 8th note rock beats.